Hello, everyone. Hello. James Catney's, William Dixon. Sorry. Justin and Christina's RV Van Live. Pull My Pork, RV Dog. Imagine Your Odyssey, JC Journey, Jerry Holly. Meant to Be RVing. And Indiana Boy. Welcome. Our Cabin in the Woods. Welcome. Nobody Kippy. Hello. Howlin' Fun RV Adventures. Hello. As you can see, everybody, I'm not Jerry Holly. So let's get started tonight. And first of all, my prayers are going out to Jerry Holly and his wife. We hope and pray that things turn around and things get better. Your good things start happening for you guys, and your family is in our prayers right now. And hopefully your wife Diane gets better, because you need her home and everything. All right. First thing I want to talk about tonight is the Warrior State Park, where I was having a meetup at in June. It got changed to a different weekend, June the 5th through the 7th. And we can't forget about our Mayberry meetup, October 15th to the 18th. Hello, Destinations Delight, Crystal Wagner. Hello. And I believe this is a new channel, CSD UFO Updates. Welcome. Mary Jones. Hello. Welcome. Well, thank you, Mary. So tonight, I think if Imagine Your Odyssey is available, I'd like for him to come in my live stream. If I will post a link, if I remember how to do all this stuff. I want to talk about some subjects tonight, and I want to hear what people have to say. So let's see if I could do this without knocking myself out of my own live stream like I've done before. You know, one day I'm going to get this stuff right. So there I posted the link. If Imagine Your Odyssey could come in, I appreciate it. I want to talk and get some opinions on some different subjects. I got a begging dog here tonight, Miss Abby. She is begging for her bacon strips. Hello, Posh Cats Camping. I know it's a late over there for you, and I totally appreciate you being in here. Hillbilly Heart, Harold's Random Videos, JTS Outdoor Live. Welcome. I want to talk to everyone about some different things, and I think this is the time to talk about them. So if is Imagination Odyssey, are you available to come in? Oh, he might be in here.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, you're fine. I was doing the same thing. I was doing the same thing before I went live.
Okay. I'm glad you asked when you asked, because I'll just get ready to get up and get me some Brunswick stew.
All right. These are things that all of us deal with every day on YouTube. What are your best ways that you think is the best way to grow channels? Post a lot of videos, or doing a couple live streams a week. Which ways are you think is best?
So for me, I think so. I'm still trying to catch up to a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think so. This is my strategy. Not sure if it's really the right thing or it's going to work, but
Mm-hmm.
for me right now, it's about just putting out content that has good quality and good content behind it. What I'm hoping for is that one day when numbers start ticking along a lot faster, that the previous older videos and stuff like that will have the quality behind it that will attract them to those videos and then and sustain the growth. I think today I'm at about 263, I think. So I'm still learning a lot of that stuff. So putting content out just to put content out is not my thing. I'd rather have the quality side of it. I don't know if the growth side is going to eventually take off on its own or not, but I enjoy the artistic side of making videos. I got one actually. I'm debating on whether or not Saturday night, when I do a live, to do like a quick preview of what I've got coming. It's the first time I've done a real campground review. I've done a couple, but in this case, it's actually part of, it's just a different approach on how I took it. So for me, it's quality, not content, or it's quality over quantity.
Because me and my husband was talking about it, and there was a person we know doing different things, and we was discussing where if it was the right way. I mean, this channel lives nowhere near us. He's up in New York, and we've been kind of following him for a long time, and all of a sudden he just boomed overnight. And of course, he used a lot of the grow channels and stuff, but he doesn't get the views on his videos, but he does a couple live streams a week. And we was discussing, is it the videos that attracts people to your channel or the live streams? And I told him I thought it was more of the video side. And yeah, like everybody says, live streams do build up your watch hours. But
I think it all depends on what you're trying to grow and what you're trying to use your channel for. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name of the channel. Maybe somebody in the chat now can tell you or pull it up. There's a guy who does nothing really much more than just lives. And when you look at his channel, it looks like a radio talk show host type of channel. And it's all about, for the most part, RVs and adventures and travel and stuff like that. And he has thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, but that's what his channel is geared for or pointed at. I know it took him a long time to get moving, but once he got moving, it's just like a radio show. You know, you turn on your radio, you didn't know that 99.2 was a new channel, new radio station that you liked so much. But once you heard it, you start coming, you start telling other people and stuff like that. So it really all depends on what you're trying to gear yourself towards. If you want to be a content creator who's going to build content for folks to go see that are not lives, or not live channel type of stuff, then, well, let me speak for myself. I like to have good quality, quantity. I'm getting those words all mixed up. I got my tongue all twisted. I like the quality side of it. I want people to come and feel that they were there with me, or they were a part of that journey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm accomplishing that or not, but from the comments and reactions and stuff that I get to the videos, it appears that way. So I'm not really worried that much right now about the subscriber count and all that stuff. I just want people to enjoy and get something out of what I've given them. It's not just for the sake of making a video or something like that. And that's the cool part. A lot of the folks that are in our in the chats right now, Steve Turtle, Happy Place Camping, nomadic, hippie, they all do the same thing, right? They're all building content for somebody else to have something to
Right.
take away from when they end.
Right.
I think the live streams themselves are good avenues to get with those folks and let them know that you're there for them and give them an opportunity to feel like they are right beside you, asking questions and doing things and stuff like that, right?
I get a lot
and
out. I get a lot out of Steve Turtles, especially because we're thinking about going full time RVing. So he's the one I want to turn to because he's experienced a lot of the work camping. He knows the
yeah,
right questions to ask. I mean, like last night, I learned a lot of what questions you should ask and the type of interview that you should expect and about having contracts and all that. To me, I learned a lot through Steve Turtle.
yeah.
I mean, he's like, I call him the king of work camping
That's
because,
so true. He is good. I enjoyed his, what was it, last night? Was it
yeah,
last night he was
yeah.
on? Yeah, that was really good. I really enjoyed that.
I mean,
Peanuts Peppers said, I have 366 subscribers, I think, but I'm all over the place with the videos. That's actually not a bad thing in the beginning. I don't know if 366 subscribers and your videos being all over the place means that it's in the beginning for you or not. But what's interesting about that is that it gives you the opportunity to look at your videos and see which ones are getting the subscribers that come in, which ones are getting the views, the bigger views and stuff like that. And if that's your if that's your avenue and what you love to do, then use that content to start saying, okay, this is what my viewers want, and that's what I'm going to go forward to. So actually having videos that are not all, or having videos that are all over the place is not necessarily a bad thing in the beginning sometimes. I have a path, or I came up with a path of which I wanted my channel to travel, and I'm sticking with that. So, but having, I think, with videos that are all over the place is not necessarily a bad thing. I wouldn't stay that way long, because at some point you want that 366 subscribers to pick up and carry on and grow and stuff like that. So at some point, folks are going to be starting to say, all right, I want to go to this channel. This is what I go to this channel to get. And why am I there? So keep an eye on your videos and the ones that are getting the bigger views and bringing in subscribers, mostly the views. Those are the ones that you want to look for, really, is the views. What are people most interested in? What's your community looking for when they come to your channel?
well, like Extraordinary Journey said, we love watching videos more. It's easier to watch those for us with the kiddos. We stay pretty busy, so we watch usually after they go to bed. And that's what I was trying to figure out. A video that is something that you could sit down and watch. I mean, it could be anywhere from 8 minutes to 15 minutes, whatever. But as far as sitting down with your kids and watching an hour live stream, that makes it a little more difficult. And I started looking back at my videos, and I told my husband, I said, my whole channel was to inspire handicapped people to get out and enjoy life and point out handicap accessible areas. I looked at him and I said, I was slowly just starting to slip away with emphasizing about the handicap, pointing things out. And so we went out last weekend and we filmed 3 to 4 different locations. And I made it my point in those videos to stress about the handicap accessibleness. And since I wear braces, and I explained I wear braces, can I do this or can I not do that? And that's where I get my views, is when I stay on track with what I started out with. I mean, yes, I do get the views and I do get the watch hours through live streams. But I need to stay on the track. I mean, we got some other handicap ones coming up with equipment that I use and to put that out there. So, and then of course, tomorrow night, I'm not going to spoil it. I want everybody to tune in. I have a big announcement about the handicap accessible bed. And another channel inspired me to do this. And then, of course, I talked with our Epic RV Adventure. And then I went back and talked to that other channel again. And they gave me the encouragement and told me to go for it. So tomorrow night, I will be announcing that. So look forward to that tomorrow night, everyone. But
there you go. So that is perfect. That's perfect. When you were talking about videos and lives and stuff, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's perfect. So you want to drag your family, your YouTube family, right? You want to pull them and those who are inspiring to become part of your community in, right? So you watch TV shows, right? The TV series does the same thing.
Right.
You're not going to stick with a TV series for the most part unless there's not some kind of end tag to draw you into the next show.
Just like that show Dallas when JR got shot, where everybody had to tune in that next season to see what happened.
Yeah, they didn't have Netflix back then either.
No. They didn't have YouTube.
They didn't have YouTube and Netflix and all that. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, it's good to have. So I watched this video and I can't remember the in this channel. I can't remember. The guy has like 8 million subscribers. I wasn't there because of that. I like watching those videos on how to grow your channel, how to get more views, how to do this. What I have learned over time is to be careful with those because a lot of them, what they end up doing is telling you the same thing that you already knew when you started the video, which is really much about nothing, right?
Right.
They say good quality content, make sure that you have a subject which pulls your people in that they want to see and stick with it and do this and do that and have good audio, have good video, have clarity. They all say the same thing in the end. But I found this guy and I was watching him. And the reason it pulled me into him is like, he said, I'm not here to try to sell something. He said, I already got subscribers. I already got the view counts. He said, I'm not here to try to promote my channel. I just want to tell you a few key things. So one thing that he said that drew me in a lot is to title your video with something that is going to attract a viewer to want to do something. So how to. Right? How many videos do you, if you type in RV, blah, 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 and you're searching down the scroll line and you see one that has this big yellow letters that says how to, right? You're going to probably stop there, or if it's in its title, how to what? How to get the better internet signal, how to wash your dishes when you don't have a sink. I don't know. So those are what they call to actions. Call to actions are something in your title and on your thumbnail that draws somebody in versus, if I said, I cut down a tree yesterday because I was driving down the road in my RV and it was in my way. So I put in the title, I cut down a tree. So cutting, that's not going to draw somebody up that says, what would you do if there was a roadblock and you were going down the road in an RV, or how would you cut down a tree? Or what would you do if your chainsaw broke? So it's getting you to actually get somebody else to see something, say, oh, I'm interested in understanding what that is. I still struggle with it. I'm still learning on how that call to action works. Once you have the hundreds of thousands of keywords, so Nomadic Hippie said keywords in title and description. Yes. I don't know. It's something about the YouTube algorithm and how that helps out YouTube promote your video if they see that it's going to help them. But that's what YouTube's going to do. They're going to promote on what helps them. But it is keywords and title and description is a piece of it. Yes. But call to actions. So if you're a channel who has, say 900,000 subscribers, Lord God, if I woke up tomorrow morning and had 900,000 subscribers, I would wonder what's wrong with my channel. But if you have 900,000 subscribers, you don't have to do call to actions. You got 900,000 people coming to see your content.
Yeah.
However often you put it out, whatever it is. And at that point, YouTube's going to probably look at it and you say, hey, you know, this person's getting this many subscribers, this many views. We're going to make sure that we push his content because it helps us. So you don't really need to worry about call to actions when you're at that size. But when you're first starting off and stuff like that, you want to attract people. So having thumbnails that pop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or call to action type of titles and descriptions. So what Nomadic Hippie said about having your title, your description, and your tags and stuff like that, and all that mixed in together, that is very, very true. So if your call to action is how to, and then your title is change the tire on the side of a road, right? And then in your description, you're going to want to have in there, what if your tire blew out on the side of the road and you need to know how to change it? Or, and then so on and so on. Then the description, and then in your tags, going to probably have something like tire changing and RV broke down and stuff like that. And then you go back to your description again, and you look at the description that says, all right, do I have a lot of my tags in my description? And then does my title have all the keywords of my title in my description? And then at the very beginning of my title, does it have a call to action? So I'm just learning a lot of this stuff and to see if it works. So I don't have a lot of data behind me that says that, but I also use an app called TubeBuddy. So if I go to TubeBuddy will tell me if I have all those key things in my video as before I actually make it public.
Yeah,
tags.
I use TubeBuddy.
Yeah, and TubeBuddy is amazing. So let me see if I can pull something up here real quick.
And like Wayward Wags told me one time during Papa Drew's live stream, when you make your thumbnails, make them look like they're appealing, they will pop, get your attention, but don't use clickbait in the titles of it.
Right, don't do that.
Don't do that, because eventually people will pull away from you.
Yeah. So clickbait is not much more different than going to sub for sub channels.
Right.
You go to somebody and get a subscriber, and then it's funny, the other day I had one person come in and they said, I really like the video, and they actually described the content in the video. Would you be willing, I subscribed, would you be willing to take a look at my channel? So I did. I went and looked, and the video that they sent me in a comment was about, it was just random videos about pictures of RVs and stuff like that. And I said, oh, okay. So I clicked on it and I subscribed. The next thing I know, I started getting like 1,500 comments and people trying to subscribe or wanting to subscribe to my channel from Asia and some lower parts of Europe. And not that that's a bad thing, but when I started going back to the channels, there were just people, somebody caught me up in the clickbait. And then put a video. They actually took the time to put a video together that was similar to my channel. And I didn't go back and look at the rest of the content to kind of pull me in. So I've been slowly cleaning that up by getting rid of spam and stuff like that. So
right.
I accidentally got pulled into that because I thought it was pretty cool that they had a video that was similar to my channel, and then I didn't do the rest of the homework.
I mean, not everybody can have that video out there that goes viral. You never know, but I just think concentrating on what you intended your channels to start out to be about. If it's about how to work on an RV, the maintenance side of it, or if it's about cooking, whatever. If you stick to what you intended your channel to be, then things will eventually come and grow and expand out. But once you start steering away from it and doing opposite, then that's when you'll either get some of these weird channels or you just don't get the views that you want.
Right. So I just started in June. I've told this story a couple of times, but for anybody that may be in the chat right now that hasn't heard it, I'll tell it real quick. I had always been interested in the YouTube side of things, and mostly I use YouTube for information for myself. I don't think there's an RV out there that was made in 2019 that I didn't see a walkthrough on YouTube. It's sad. It's really sad. I know.
If you want to know
it is.
anything, turn
It
on
is.
YouTube. You will find
Yeah.
it.
So there's a guy up in Canada, and there's one up in Michigan. That both of them are RV dealers. Both of them are like the sons of the owner or something like that. But they're entertaining to watch. And I watched a lot of them. I wanted to know, what are all the intricate pieces between different manufacturers and a fifth wheel or a travel trailer or a Class C or a Class A. I was interested in all that stuff because you never know when I might decide, hey, I might want to get me a tour bus. Which that's not going to happen. But you never know. So I found it interesting. I mean, their manufacturers have a ton of cool ideas that they come up with their new RVs and stuff, the trends and things like that. And when I started watching those kind of videos, that's when the trend of what they call the farmhouse style RV interiors were coming out. And I got to see how different manufacturers were pulling into that. And then now they're starting to veer back away and go more to the countryside look or more of the homely view.
Right.
But I got to learn a lot of that stuff by watching a lot of their videos. But anyway, so this summer, my daughter graduated high school, or this previous high school year, not this one, but the previous high school year. My daughter graduated high school. She said she wanted to go down to Orlando, Florida to see the Harry Potter stuff. So my family and One Strange Adventure, which is also my brother and sister-in-law, we caravan down there. And while we were down there, we decided that we were going to spend 6 days. Beyond that, we spent 4 days in Orlando. Spent a lot of money. For anybody that has ever been, you can spend a lot of money when you're in Orlando going down there to Disney. But had tons of fun, awesome fun. And if you ever go down to RV, that campground there is amazing. But we decided we're going to take additional time, go down to the Florida Keys and spend some time down there. We have a buddy of ours that runs a dive shop also. So we stayed in, I think it's called Grassy Keys, at a place, I'm trying to remember the name of it. The campground, and it's gotten past me now. But anyway, while we were down there, I was walking the campground, or the wife and I were walking the campground one morning, and I saw this RV that looked really familiar. So I don't know if a lot of people in the chat right now have heard of a YouTuber called All About RVs. His name is Jared.
No, I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's All About RVs. The guy's name is Jared. There's another All About RVs on there, but he's a dealership. But his channel is close to 100,000 subscribers. Been watching him for a long time because he does a lot of those tips and tricks and how-tos and stuff like that. And he's really interesting to watch. Got some good stuff. Anyway, while we were there, I looked up, saw this RV, and I was like, that really looks just like the one that I used to see in his videos. So as I was walking by, he came out of the camper, and I told the wife, I was like, hey, I'm going over here. Fanboy or not, I'm going. So I went over and I asked him, I said, hey, are you Jared? And he said, yes. So we started talking and stuff like that. Him and his wife are so amazing because I started talking to him about how I really like RVs and all that stuff. And I thought about starting a channel, and he gave some really good pointers. So one of the biggest pointers he gave was kind of alluding to what I said earlier. Build your content, have your story, have good quality and sound and stuff like that, and just wait. Just be patient, because one day you're going to have that video that triggers, like you were saying a minute ago, where it goes viral and thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to see it. And when they do, they're going to go back to your channel and look at a lot of the videos that you've made in the past.
Right.
And that's what's going to pull them in and hold them. So, Blue Wave Odyssey said Grassy Key, Jolly Roger. Yeah, I think he and I had actually talked about that the other night too. So Jolly Roger Campground, if you want to look that up, was a fantastic place. But that's the key there is
and
for me. That's the strategy I'm going for.
And consistency. Like if you say I'm gonna put a video, I put videos out on Monday, and I do videos this day and this day of the week, or I do a video and live stream this day of the week. When everybody knows that's when they expect something from you. That's another key to bringing them in. If you're just all over the board and post here, maybe there, people don't know when to really expect something out of you.
Right. So if you're going to do lives, try to stick to a day at a time. I think Jerry Holly did an amazing job when he started the RV TV guide.
I do too.
And
Very
our
good.
community of folks have grown so large now that is inevitable, right? We're going to all have videos on top of somebody else's at the same time. It's what the groups want to pull in, right? Or who you want to go to. I know you said it before that you've watched several at the same time, which that's amazing. I've tried that. I'm a guy.
I pulled up on my phone and my laptop and done it that way. But it does get confusing because after a while you're like wondering, oops, did I say the wrong thing in the wrong place?
Right. So and I'm trying to work with Jerry Holly to help him build some software or something on Google that will allow him to put times in for people. Because he's getting mixed up with Mountain Time, Central Time, Eastern Time, and Western Time. And he says they'll be on at 8 o'clock. Well, they're on at 8 o'clock their time. They're not necessarily 8 o'clock our time. So I'm going to try to build something to work with him on that.
Well, like Nomadic Hippie says, do you think less videos in a week are better or more in a week? See, before I started live streaming, I made it Monday and Friday because that's the schedule that worked for me. I didn't feel pressured. I had to have a video every day. I mean, good grief, I couldn't come up with that much stuff to do one every day.
Yeah, I would think that if you have the time to put together the videos that are meaningful, and you can do 3 or 4 a week, then go for it. You're not going to see that from me. I don't have that kind of time. I still got my normal day job and stuff like that. Do you mind if I do a shout out on your channel?
Go ahead.
So we're talking about having content that is, you're sticking with the same subject, same content within your channel, no matter what, right? So I want to do a quick shout out for anybody that hasn't subscribed to this person's channel, which is Beyond Beauty 3. So she does a channel, and I've actually watched it, and sorry, Beauty Beyond 3, I'm not going to take your advice. New Horizons might, but I can't. But she does videos about makeup and does reviews and stuff like that about makeup. She spends a lot of time in our communities and chats and watching videos and talking about comments and stuff like that about what we do around the RV world, traveling and things like that. But if you go to her channel, it's all about makeup. And I think that is so amazing that somebody who yet is still, pulling along in this community and helping us out is driving something that's outside of the RV norm that we usually see in the community and channels that we see a lot on our.
And she does a really good channel.
Yeah, she does. So I think that's really good. She's crying now. I think that's crying. It's crying in laughter or crying in happiness.
I don't know.
Don't ruin your makeup. You'll have to make a whole new video about it.
Yeah. Shows the waterproof side.
So maybe we're giving her some content to come up with next. But yeah, I think that's really cool. So if you have a channel and you're sticking to your guns on what you want to do what you love. Make content about what you love to do. If you don't, you're going to get burnout. Then you're going to just be making content to make content, and your folks that are watching and then future subscribers are going to feel it and see it. And it's not going to be any good for you. You're going to get drawn out, and then you're just not going to like it. And
because we were tossing back and forth, should I put out 2 videos a week along with the live stream, or should I do 1 video a week and 2 live stream? Yes, I want my watch hours built up, but which route should I? I was trying. I was debating back and forth in my mind. We was discussing it, what to do. I mean, I don't want to burn anybody out with live streams to where you don't get the people to come in. You want the people to come in. And I thought, well, once a week is fine. That way I can get a bigger everybody coming in, and maybe just up another video a week. That I can do. I mean, anybody could probably put out a 10 to 15 minute video, 2 of them a week.
Yeah. So Captain Jack Scrapper said, you and I may not do makeup, but there is a ton of ladies here who I think really enjoy at Beauty and Beyond 3. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And Beyond Beauty 3, if you haven't done it already, there, I think RV Kids TV and RV, oh shoot, her name's Barbara. What's her name? Their channel. RV Underway.
Yeah.
Both of them are doing Ladies Night only. I think RV Underway, she's doing RV Divas. New Horizons, I saw you had your little crown last weekend. There it is. So RV Divas, and then the RV Kids TV does one with Ladies Chat only. So yes, I agree. There's such a mix of amazing family here. And you've got 46 people watching now.
Yeah, cool. Box Van D, Roy and Becky Travels was telling a story today. They had something that I forget what went out, or something on the water heater or something, right? I can't remember. And this lady went, I forget how many miles to help them get that part. She went out of her way to help them. I mean, that's what I love about this community. Someone will step up at any point in time.
Yep.
All you got to do is raise your hand and say, hey, can somebody help me? I mean, never be afraid to ask. I mean, Roy and Becky was, that was their only transportation, was that RV. And so she took upon herself to help them out.
Yep, it is. One of Blue Wave Odyssey's lives, when we were talking about all of us meeting up for at Mayberry in October, he went out and said, hey, you guys supported me so much, I want to support you back, and actually paid for one night for somebody out there. So that's what this is all about.
Yeah, paying it forward. I mean, what I like about so far what I have met, and I mean, I've never met any of these people in my face-to-face yet. And what I have seen is any one of us here is always willing to pay it forward to help somebody out, where if it's a prayer or giving them a message and telling them how to fix something.
Yeah.
And like Box Van D said, Roy and Becky didn't even ask. I mean, some of us are still always afraid to ask, but this lady is a sweetheart. And if anybody can run her playlist, she's needing watch hours. And I've already ran it, and I think, everybody's willing to pay it forward and help this lady out. She's a sweetheart. She'll go out of her way to help any of us.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I agree. That's what the community, YouTube, reaching out and just touching somebody. There's a lot of amazing people out there. One day I'd like to connect with Blue Wave and talk about how to build a green screen. But I got to get a computer that can handle it. But
their water pump went out on their motor, and Box Van D Lofton drove over 60 miles to get us one. Love her to death. She's our hero.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it warms my heart to know that there's good people out there.
And I think, by doing things the right way and doing what you intended to set your channel out to be, and treating each other, one of us, with respect. I mean, that speaks volumes in this community. And she is a sweetheart, and I was.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, thanks, Susan."
You are a sweetheart, and she in her channel, her videos. I mean, she is she's honest and straightforward about herself and her life. I mean, she's no closed book.
So you got a new one here, the busy little house. You see that?
Yeah. Hi. First time here. Hope you're all well. Not sure how I found you, but it seems like a good group. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome to come in. Just be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell and hit that notification button. I forget to say all these things.
You just gotta let it like roll off the tongue. You gotta practice it off screen.
Well,
right?
I was trying to remember to say when I'm recording a video, and I was going hit that thumbs up, and I thought that ain't my thumb.
I'm sure they didn't even notice.
I mean, we are a little bit of everything in this group. We're RVers, New Vision Security Service Security. We have cooking channels, Pull My Pork. And then my good friend Chick Happens, he does hunting, trapping, homesteading type stuff and woodworking. You know, we're just all a little bit of everything in here, but we all figure out a way to help each other.
That's awesome on the woodworking. Woodworking videos actually go a long ways. The only woodworking I can do is when I put it in the fire and make fire. It's the only woodworking I can do. I do anything else is hit a nail and bust a thumb. Oh, that's right. Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
38 watching, 45 likes. Awesome. Woo. Thank you, Thin Bling. See, I can't speak either. Thin Blue Lane, RV Life. Susan, I see. Shit happens.
He does a character, which is actually himself. He does a character called the Shikster, and he likes to joke around and have fun.
That's
so
awesome.
He says it's not Shikster tonight, it's CJ. And he made a video, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. He made a table, a wooden table, and that thing was awesome looking when he got done. I mean, heck, if you give me a saw, there ain't no telling what my stuff would look like.
I would look like this. That's what it looked like.
You know, like your shop teacher you had in school was missing fingers.
I'm the best woodworker ever.
My math teacher in school was also a shop teacher, and he was missing a finger too. We said, "Oh my gosh, we don't want to be in your class." He goes, "No, I used to be a butcher before that." I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
The Pull My Pork Barbecue says, "Okay, I'm back now." So he went out to go check on his smoker, and I swear, ever since then, all I can smell is barbecue. I'm so hungry. Slow momentum with my job. It's hard for me to do videos all the time. I find myself pulling more to live streams, and now that I can do oh Lord, it went by too fast. Let's see. On his phone live, it's easier to get away from the videos though. Yeah, and your lives are awesome and funny. I really like them.
Yeah, I mean, we all had to find what works good for us and what feels good in our niche, and we have to go from there. I mean, I know what works for me and where I get my views from. And of course, I have yet to figure out that algorithm. I mean, once I thought I might figure it out, nope, that wasn't it.
I would.
Oh, it gets me.
I'm starting to learn. Well, I'm starting to come to conclusion that you drive yourself nuts looking at the analytics and trying to figure out the algorithm and listen to all these people and their advice and what to do with it. You know, look at it, learn. It's a journey.
It is.
And be patient. And I'm saying that because I have 263 subscribers and I'm still working on it. So it's not like I can speak from a profession. But anyway, I think you would hear the same thing from those who are successful. At least the videos I do watch on those who seem to be honest and care are all saying the same thing. You know, just be patient. But
I've had one channel I've been watching for a long time, and all of a sudden they started doing their thumbnails started to be more of a clickbait, and now I'm just kind of like pulling myself back away because I don't want to be drawn. I don't want to be falsely drawn into something. I mean, I want that thing to be about, I want to keep it real. and put it out there. I mean, like my next one coming up is, I put what the name of the place is. I put it out there. I don't pick, woo or anything weird.
How's that go again?
Woo.
Yeah, I agree. I like to say that what I have or what I'm saying, and I'm thankful that you brought me on tonight. It means something. I've been trying to watch the comments in here because there's a lot of people in here that have the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah,
and have gotten there.
Chick Happens just got his 1,000. I mean, like you say, you be straightforward and honest and put it out there, and that's what his channel is about. And I expect that, and he puts it out.
Yep. Yeah, it's really cool. Butterbeanhead just said hello, New Horizons and Amazing Odyssey. Butterbeanhead. There was a MMA fighter named Butterbean. If anybody's ever seen him, it's actually that guy was a beast. But yeah, there's a lot of them in there, and some of them are still trying to work up to it and stuff like that. And I think some of the ones, some of the most recent ones was Blue Wave Odyssey, who just hit their over 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, I got my nails done.
There's some work. There's some work that has to go in on it, right?
Right.
If you're going to go in there and build a channel that everybody else has, talking about tech or computers or gaming or something like that, you're going to draw in a lot of them. But here, I like the feeling from the community side of it, right?
Yeah.
You may be able to meet a bunch of friends and stuff, but
like I watched Endless RV, and when they went to that Tampa show, I don't know what time they got up every morning, but I know they hit that blacktop and hit that pavement, and they went out and film.
Yeah.
They worked their butts off because they knew what they had a goal, and they got visions for their channel, and they knew they had to do the work to get that. And I commend them because I couldn't have went all day long like they did every day of that show and do that work.
And that's a huge show and a lot of people.
Yeah. They didn't take time to they went out and they worked their tails ends off.
Yeah. But you do get to meet people though. We went to one here not long ago, was doing the same thing. Had cards and the cameras and all that stuff. And naturally they're going to ask questions. What's the camera for? Do you have a YouTube channel? What do you do? Blah, blah, blah. But to get to meet people and stuff like that, just to meet people was fun. It was really fun. And you got to see some really cool RVs, even though we froze our tushies off.
See there,
Blue Lane says loves you guys. Loves you guys.
And see, they're still working their tail ends off getting those videos out. I mean, she's got a handicap RV coming out next week on a video. I appreciate when people go that extra mile they know what their subscribers are looking for. They know what their visions of their channel are, and they go out and do it.
And then know your age group that you're targeting. Your channel or your analytics to your channel will tell you what age group that you're targeting or your channel's targeting the most.
Mine's 55 and older.
Yeah, and I think mine is.
I got that older crowd.
I think mine is in the low 40s to early 50s. So knowing that crowd, if your YouTube channel for some reason is getting a lot of people in their 30s and you're in your 60s, then you may want to try to move and cater towards folks who are in their 30s and what they're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if you go in your analytics and you see what age groups and stuff is watching you, don't be going out and filming little kiddie rides when you got people in your group that's like 55 or 60 that doesn't do that.
Well, some might. When I'm in my 60s, I want to ride some kiddie rides and eat snow cones.
No, I'll still eat a snow cone. Yeah, I'll still eat that. But yeah, I mean, it's just I've seen things all over the board from different things on here, and I mean, there's times it's hard to figure out what you want. And when I had started Channel Up, I mean, my vision was to inspire other people that are handicapped and disabled. And so, because actually, I mean, I'm going to tell this the more drawn out story tomorrow night, but it's just that, you know, when you become something becomes wrong. And when I was young, I was never exposed to a disabled person, to be honest. I mean, I guess I was lived a more sheltered life. It was a very strict Christian home, but I was left sheltered. And when I found out there was stuff going to be wrong, I thought, what is that? And then I started looking it up, and then I started asking the questions. And then I realized, well, things are going to go wrong. I'm not going to be able to take that hike like I used to. I'm not going to be able to ride that ride like I used to. So what is there for me? And then I started thinking, well, maybe other people have the same mindset, and maybe I need to go out there and try to find these things to show them. And instead of sitting on the couch and, well, not do nothing but watch TV, by George, I'd look like the Goodyear blimp if I sat on the couch.
But, you know, I think the good Lord gives us all little happenings in our lives to be able to help others, and that's yours. I think it's amazing in myself. You know, it's funny. My father-in-law and my uncle are both disabled. One has COPD, and the other one has lymphoma. And they were asking me the other day about making a video for those who are disabled, and I said no. I said I think somebody with a, and I didn't think about it too much more than that. We were just talking over lunch on a Sunday afternoon, and I told him, I said, no, I said, I think that would be something that'd be really good for somebody that actually has experience, or, you know, living that experience. And here it is a week and a half later, and you're talking about doing that. So, or that's what you're driving towards. I think it's amazing. It's awesome. It really is.
And
it's cool.
That's going to be part of the big announcement tomorrow night. That's the last of the cliffhangers I'm going to give y'all.
I'll say you tell any more, you're going to give the whole darn thing.
Yeah, I'm going to give the whole darn thing. I got to go. Like your parents tell you, zip your mouth.
Zip it. Zip it.
But, I mean, it's hard to listen to. I mean, like the doctors tell you this and that. And, well, how do they know anything? Yeah. So, and I figured it's better coming from a person that experienced this than in someone else.
Yeah. RB Ashes in April says, our channel is all about showing where we are and what sites we are seeing. This is our retirement life. And that's it, right? That's what you love to do. You're going out doing things that you love to do, and you're sharing with the other folks what that is. And believe me, somebody's watching that saying, I'm getting ready to retire. I want to do that. And you're going to, you have or will inspire somebody. I'm telling you, you're inspiring me, because I am 14 years away from it. And I don't know when my retirement age comes, but when it does, that's what I want. That's cool.
Well, I mean, a lot of these channels have inspired me to want to go out there and see more of America. I mean, before I thought, oh, there ain't nothing but this Grand Canyon, Yellowstone Park, you know, those big things. Yeah. But after watching people like Grassroots Living, Living Light RV, different ones like that, they're showing me things out there that are hidden that we don't know about. And Extraordinary Journey has opened my eyes up to so many other cool things. I mean, we learn a lot from each one of us here.
Oh, I agree.
So
I want to put a prayer out for the busy little house. As I've taken care of my mother after getting West Nile virus. She's been on life support. It's been a long road, but she's slowly getting better. So
God bless you.
Yeah, pray for them too. All right, so you have about 5 minutes left of your
Yeah.
live here. I'm gonna have to go.
Somebody go on at 7 or 7:30. I mean, if you got to go, I'll let you go.
Let me see. A little Rugrats over here.
Hi there. That's King, isn't it?
Yeah. He keeps running up to me saying, "Look, you said you were coming in for dinner. You never ate, and now it's my playtime."
Does Blue Wave or know who comes on next? I mean, if you got to go, I'll let you go, and I'll bring in somebody else.
I think I can hang just for a couple more. Let's see who's on next here.
I know the schedule seems like it gets changed a lot, so people
Endless RVing at 7:30.
Yeah, I knew they were at 7:30.
Yeah. RV Kid says Endless at 7:30.
Okay.
Endless at 7:30. Is there a 30-minute lull time?
Yeah, I guess there was. I talked to Bob earlier today, and he said that I was to go to 7:30. But I mean, if you got to go, I can
probably why.
I can let you go and bring in somebody else. It don't bother me. It's just whichever is easier for you.
Yeah, I need to get going and take care of the puppies. I'm not leaving though. I'm gonna continue to watch. I'm gonna go let the puppies out for a second, and I'm gonna get me some dinner and sit back and enjoy the entertainment.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you came in. I'm glad everybody got your opinion, and we discussed some things there because there's things that's in my mind. You're welcome.
Oh, I've been on your mind. I believe that's an old country song too. All right, thanks for having me.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, I'm going to post a link here, and Bob, I don't know if you can come in or not. Steve Turtle, well, you have a good supper there, Mr. King of Work Camping. Yes, you are. You're the king of work camping. Oh, Beth Hammer, I'm sorry you got to have your eyes worked on. Oh, mercy. Is Blue Wave available to come in? Just let me know by clicking on the link.
Academy says 7:30 Endless RV.
Yeah. And the busy little house, you will be in our prayers, most definitely. I mean, yeah, JC Journey, Abby, what's another cookie? She's kind of spoiled rotten tonight. She is wanting to take over our recliners. And then she, in here in my office, she's she's being a little, she's being a little diva for sure tonight. Oh, Daryl Hauser, the traffic is not too bad, but guess what? Tomorrow is Friday, so that's when the traffic is so busy. Okay, Blue Wave is on the phone. Hey, New Vision Security Services, I was wondering, can you jump on that link? Come in. We're going to talk. I want to see get your opinion right now on something. If you can, hop on that link. Let me paste it again here just in case you can't find it. Da, da, da. Well, thank you, Beth. It's after a while you're trying to wonder what in the world am I going to talk about? Can you come in New Vision Services? Oh, then Blue Lane. Don't feel sorry for Abby. She's a little diva. All she's got to do is go, and she gets everybody's attention. Red Ruby's outdoors. Sorry, I get my all tongue twisted, and sometimes I can't get my words all backwards. But Endless RV, I just want to commend you for putting all that hard work and hitting that payment every day of that Tampa show and going out there and filming. My hat is off to you. I mean, you put a lot of work into it, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody else does. Hey, there we go. There's my buddy. There's my buddy. Hey,
how are you?
I got my sweet tea.
Hey, listen. Remember, tea lives matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How are you, ma'am?
All right. We talked about, the channels and stuff and all that. Now I want you're the security man.
Yes, ma'am.
You help us take care of ourselves. Now, you said you just came out with a new camera or something just a while back. And
yeah.
So I missed it altogether. Shame on me. Shame on me. And can you explain a little to us about that new camera?
Yeah, so it's the Dahua Wi-Fi camera, and they just came out with an entire Wi-Fi line. And it is the camera, the video doorbell, and a floodlight camera that you can mount on your house, and you wire it in like a regular floodlight, and it ties into your Wi-Fi network, and then you can view everything on your phone. I'm very big on, due to the military, situational awareness.
Right.
I believe in knowing what's going on before something happens. And I try to explain that to potential customers and people that I talk to. I say, listen, don't get me wrong. An alarm system on your house, your vehicle, wherever it is, it's a great tool. But remember that it only does something after something has happened.
Right. Now, okay, let's say we install this camera and we're out enjoying ourselves out on the day, and we can monitor this through our phones, correct?
Right. So you download the app, and anytime it detects motion or records something, you'll get a notification on your phone that, it's been triggered. And then you label it wherever you put it, patio camera, living room camera, whatever you want to call it. And you'll get a notification, and you can set it up so that you'll get a picture, and it'll show a picture image of what triggered the camera.
Where would you recommend mounting this camera at on your RV? Right at the door, up and towards the, let's say it's Class A, right up towards, your engine, the front of your RV, or towards the back, or what?
So in your RV, a majority of like the Class A travel trailers, they're either going to have one door or two down that park side or your patio side. So mounting a camera at a specific height is very critical, and here's why. When you mount a camera anywhere above 10 feet, the camera only starts to see the tops of people's heads. Right. So you want to keep the camera between, anywhere between around about 8 feet is sort of a sweet spot, because you don't want someone to be able to grab it from the ground. Now, with your travel trailers, your Class A's, your Super C's, and all of that stuff, usually on that side, if it's, if you have a slide out on that side, it makes things a little difficult, because it comes out and then it goes like this and then it goes back in. If you have no slides on that side, I recommend it. You can put it on one end or the other, and where you look at penetrating into the RV or travel trailer is where there's a light or a speaker.
Yeah, because we have a slide out on both sides of our RV, and one of them's up there pretty well close to the front door of our Class A, right there.
Right. So you'll want it covering so it has it has a wide lens. It's like a 2.8 millimeter lens, so it has a very wide view.
Oh, okay.
So so you can put it, over your, to the left or right of your door, and then angle it down. And what I always recommend to people is this: when you do a project like this, get it programmed, get it set up on your network, and test out with you live on the phone to see what different views you're getting. Because once you stick it up there and go through all the work of, pulling the cable back and all that kind of stuff, you're sort of stuck, and then you have to adjust it afterwards. But if you get up on a ladder and test, position it in one place and angle it down and say, okay, I want to see a little more this way or that way, you can do that in the pre-planned phase before you actually mount it to the side of your RV. I know not everyone wants to screw into the side of their unit. So in that video I did, that's why I talked about the double-sided Velcro, the 3M exterior tape. It's sort of like gray with a red paper. That stuff bonds, super, super well, and you don't have to worry about it falling off. And then I recommended the magnet.
Mhm.
The reason why I recommended the magnet was I don't know if the camera will hold up you going down the road.
Right.
If you don't screw it in.
Because you're going down some of these roads, they're going to have some potholes, and you wonder how well that's going to stay on, or if it's going to end up along I-65.
Right, or I mean, it's got a cable that's going inside, so it's going to be just dangling,
Yeah.
banging on the side of your unit. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be just smashing, and people are going to be waving at you like, "Hey, your camera back there is about to fall off." Yeah. So so that's why I know some people do not want to affix an item to their RV travel trailer, but if you're not going to screw it, you have to find a way to mount it so that it won't fall off, or someone can just grab it and rip it off. Yep.
I mean, poor nomadic hippie, he's got his on the back of. He's got mine on my generator out back, and on one on inside my kitchen, aiming at my door.
Right. And so even if you can mount it on the inside looking out the window, but here's what you have to make sure of. At night, when the IR, it turns to black and white at night.
Right.
You have to turn that IR light off, or else it will reflect black back in the glass and block your image. You can get away with that if you have enough white light or ambient light outside so that the camera can still see a good image through the window if you don't want to put it outside.
Now, do you have to have, like our security system for our home, we have it records and holds data for so long. So
Mhm.
how does this one come with the ability to do that?
So it's able to do recording two ways. Well, really three, but I only count two. It has an internal SD card slot, so you can put a 128 micro SD card in it, and it will record to that, and then you can access all of that on the app on your phone. The other way is if you decide to purchase a small video recorder, you add it to your video recorder via the IP address.
Yeah, that's the way ours
from your
is.
network. Yeah. And then, so even though it's wireless, your recorder that's on your network is still going to record all the footage from it. So let's say if you have a recording, you say, hey, I want a 1 terabyte hard drive. For that one camera, that 1 terabyte hard drive will last you about all year.
But I mean, security is a big thing for RVers. I mean, because your home is right there, and you go off and go explore and go and take a hike, and maybe sometimes you leave your pet there, maybe sometimes you don't, and you want to know these things. I mean, we had one case. We were at a campground, and the owners knew us real well, and my husband had left the compartment open where the generator was, and the power went out at the campground.
Mhm.
And the owners knew because we had a tag that we hung in there, said, dog on board in case of emergency.
Right.
There is a pet there. And they went out and started the generator up for us. That gives us a peace of mind, but that's not always going to be the case. You're not always going to find that campground owner. What if you're out there boondocking? I mean, no one's going to come. If you're boondocking, no one's going to come up and help you.
Right. So right now I've been working with one of the equipment companies that I deal with. And joining this community, I realized that there is a big gap in security for those who are not in sticks and bricks.
Right.
And if you have a mobile home, like a Class C, a motorized RV or something like that, the first thing they're going to tell you is to go to a audio shop and have them, put a Viper or something in it, something like that along those lines. And that's about as far as they go with it. So what I've been working with as an integrator is I'm putting together a cellular-based system, and it's going to work off of AT&T over Verizon. You have your choice, whichever provider you prefer. And what it's going to do is this system, it's going to since your RV or your travel trailer is either your permanent home or your temporary home, it's not going to matter. But it's going to work along the same way as if it was in your sticks and bricks.
Mm-hmm.
And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you, when you're not home, to still be tethered to your unit. And what I mean by that is, your baggage doors, your thermostat, your windows, however many things you want to put a sensor on, is going to do that. And since it's cellular based, as long as you have a cell signal, your RV, travel trailer, whatever it is going to communicate with you through the alarm app.
What happens if you're on your phone and you don't have Wi-Fi signal? So what do you? I mean, you just won't be able to pick nothing up.
No, it's not Wi-Fi.
Oh,
it's not Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it works off the same towers as your cell phone.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's a cellular-based system that you walk out, just like you walk out your house, you can go on your phone and arm your house. It's going to work the same way, but it's going to be for your RV or travel trailer. I'm going to add a flood sensor. If you want to put a sensor in your wet bay, where your water line comes in, or in the bathroom, just in case a line breaks, that sensor will pick up that moisture and send you an alert that it's been triggered.
Yeah, because I watched a channel one time and the whole family was sitting out by the campfire, and all of a sudden he thought he heard water running. And he said he never gave it no thought. He goes, I kept hearing it, went in there. The kids had left the water on in the sink and over flooded into the bathroom. And then it went right down into the ductwork of the RV. So then he had to replace all that. So, I mean, a sensor like that would have triggered something before it got down in there.
Right. Yeah. It would have said something at the panel, and then on his phone, on his mobile device, he would have gotten an alert that the flood sensor or water sensor was triggered. There's also, I'm going to add a temperature sensor and a tilt sensor.
What would the tilt sensor do? So
the tilt sensor, in the event, like let's say you have your RV or trailer parked and you're not around it, or you store it, or you store it. And in the event that the angle of your RV or travel trailer changes front to back or side to side, it's going to trigger that sensor to let you know that the degrees of your unit has changed.
Just like we was at a campground one time, and the majority of the campground was a blacktop. and we were there in August. And well, you know what heat and blacktop do? Gets
It
soft.
sinks. Yeah.
And people didn't put the proper pads under their jacks, and that RV started to sink down into the pavement. So
Right. Yeah.
in that case, that sensor would have triggered those people, so they would have known, hey, I got to do something.
Right. That for some reason the angle of their unit changed, beyond a certain threshold.
Mhm.
So, and these are things that in talking with all of you wonderful people out there, because this, the RV realm is something new to me.
Yeah.
I just been blessed with being able to come across all of you, and my mind is always working, and so I go out to not I don't like Camping World, so I don't go there, but I'll go out to an RV place, and I will physically stand there, and in my mind I'm disabling the unit, and I'm looking at it saying, okay, this needs this and that, and if I was a thief and I wanted to do this, this is how I would do it, and I go through that in my mind, and then I'll actually draw it out, because what's the weak point on an RV? Just like a house, it's the doors.
Right.
So I mean, the RV locks aren't the greatest, they're just minimal. Uh-oh, she going, and they're not, in order to get some sort of security, you got to upgrade your locks to those, keypad things and all of that stuff, but it shouldn't just stop there.
Right. Yeah.
So, and
you hear a lot of these RVs out there, they're all keyed for the same way. Yeah, same
right,
key.
yeah.
You could go out there and unlock somebody else's compartment and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So as as many sensors and baggage doors and generator doors, and you can put a sensor on. I mean, there's all these for the generator and for the this and that will all tie into this unit, and it's basically going to be a kit individually built around each individual customer, because everyone has a different need. So, that's where I'm at with it, right now, as we're talking right now, because I don't want to just throw anything out there, because then I start getting hate emails and this piece of junk and all of that stuff, and I don't want that.
Right.
I'm usually the test dummy for anything that I, before I offer it, we're usually the test dummies.
Well, I mean, we always got Ring.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You must not watch my. You didn't watch my Ring video, did you?
I just had to say that.
Me and Ring have a love-hate relationship. I tell you that much. Oh man. Let me give this piece of advice to people. Everyone out there that's watching and listening. Be very careful of a product that is proprietary. And here's why. What's the other I mean, you got, Ring out, and now they got their own security system, and there's another one that has a funky tower that's also doing a security thing. I forget the name of the company, but you have to be very careful with equipment that's proprietary, because they lock it out in the software, and if it's not with them, it's a paperweight. And you cannot recover or recoup what you've put into it, because unless someone wants to use it with them, you can't use it at all.
Right.
And I've even had a ADT sales guy, coming by the house, and he saw the truck, and he's like, "Oh, hey, why don't you become an authorized dealer for us?" I said, "That will never." And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, I said, I was polite, I said, "Sir, that will never, ever happen. Never." "Oh, we have a good package, for dealers." It will never, ever, ever happen.
I tell you, I get those phone calls from them, and they'll start you out a really low price. Then by the time you get any kind of system that mounts to anything. Good mercy me.
Right. See, you were smart. You did your math.
Uh,
Your average, I call it razzle dazzle, right? So they come up and they're like, hey, you get all of this for $99 today or zero today, and we'll start you off, and it's low cost, and we're the best things than sliced bread. And I tell people, when they start talking, you tell them to hold on for a minute. You get a pen and a piece of paper.
well, we got a neighbor that down the road that's got one that's a company that starts with a V.
Vivid.
And I tell you what, every 2 months they're coming out installing a new camera or have to work on it. And
Yeah.
she said one night that she knows there was smoke coming out of the panel control box.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, good Lord, that's not safe. And she goes, well, I called them, but they said it'd be a month out. And I'm like, oh, good Lord, that would not work for me.
Right. And I mean, it's because they are so I'm trying to do this and be polite. So
Yeah.
what they do is they, even if they come out with the $99 special, okay, but when they add up all of the fees for all of that free stuff that they're giving you, because everything has to have a package. You got to have a video package. You got to have a two-way package. Everything is broken down into a package.
Right.
So by the time they get done, that $99 special ends up being about $75 to $100 a month. And then your contract is for a minimum of 3 years.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like your channel is about security and stuff. And that, I mean, this community ain't nothing but just RVs. I mean, everybody plays an important role. I mean, your security system plays right into the RV community because we want to be safe out there on the road. And we leave our RVs, we want to be safe. I mean, that's what I was trying to come across tonight. Everybody's channel on here plays an important role together. And when I saw that, I saw your channel on Endless RV, and I thought, man, I got to check this dude out.
well, thank you for checking me out. I'm going to have extra tea tonight just for that.
Woohoo!
yeah. But
and I
mean,
even got a backup bottle.
Oh. But I'm very big on feeling safe. And then as a husband and a dad, I'm very big on making sure that the ladies feel secure.
And then Endless RV and MJ and Izzy, I was like, boy, they praising this guy, his channel and everything. So he must know what he's talking about, for different ones to say. So I thought, well, I'll start watching, and then I thought, well, tonight I'm going to have him come on and we'll just hear more about the security, because it does play a role. Because I do see a lot of other channels out there. So watch us today as they install the ring, and they got a camera all around their RV, and I thought, good Lord, how many you gotta have?
Yeah, when I've been doing this for so long that I don't need 10 cameras to do a full camera job, and I deal with this stuff. And big shout out to Izzy and MJ over at Endless RVing, because when we hooked up, it sort of just, it took off, their channel took off, and I took off, supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, being in there, people started seeing me there, and then they started, hey, let me check out his page. And then that's how it's grown. And now I'm in a position where I'm giving to this community, and it's genuine. It's straight from the heart. We love what we do. And I tell anybody anytime, I'm not getting rich off of this stuff. I mean, I've had people, that I've done work for, and I let them be on a payment plan. I mean, just because they wanted to feel safe, they didn't have a bunch of money, but you still deserve to be safe and don't have to sign a contract to feel that way.
And Justin and Christina, if you could also post a link to Endless RV, because we don't want to miss. We're talking about them now. We better not miss their live stream tonight.
Yeah, they come on in what, 6 minutes? Yeah.
Mike, MJ and Izzy. Well, I just gave MJ a new name. I gave her a guy's name.
Hey, thank you, Justin and Christina, for adding the link. But
yes.
I mean, I love this community. It's a very tight-knit community, and it's not, it's not a bunch of, the best way I can say it, because I'm just a black and white kind of person, right? It's not a bunch of mess.
Right.
It's very simple. Each of us recognize each other, and we know, I know your content, I know Blue Wave's content, and it's consistent. You're not over here today and then over there tomorrow and down here the next day.
Right.
Some people over try. I guess that's the best way to put it. They overdo it, and it'll start turning people off when you try to overdo it.
Right.
I don't have enough security to be live every day or do a video every other day. It's just not there, and I'm not going to force it.
I mean, after talking tonight, and me and my husband talking, I think we pretty well come in what we're going to do. Yeah, Abby knows somebody's out the house. See, that's my alarm.
Yeah. Abby don't mess around. Good night. Abby don't mess around one bit.
No, she's very protective.
Yeah. But yes, ma'am, I'm glad I could be of assistance.
Doggy treats to keep her quiet.
Oh, that's why she's howling, because she wants more treats.
Well,
you're gonna have Abby hiking up and down the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, she lost 3 pounds. Boy, I'm gonna make her gain those 3 pounds.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, thank you for coming in tonight, and
hey, thank you for pulling me in. Yes, ma'am.
And letting everybody, get to know your channel better and get more aware of trying to keep ourselves safe out there, because this is a weird world we do live in. It's sad, but
yeah. And I tell anyone, if you have any questions about anything about security, I'm talking about down to light bulbs. I've been there. I've done it. I work with this stuff every day. I know what works and what doesn't work, and what you can sort of trust and what you can't. Please send me an email, newvision712@gmail.com. And I will, if I don't have an answer, trust you me, I will find you an answer. Yes, ma'am.
That's it, guys. Go over there and test his brain.
Yeah. I got a lot up here, and I give it away for free. That's the funny part, I give it away for free. I don't care,
Well, thank you for coming in and helping us all out tonight. And I want everybody to go over and check his channel out and get to know and learn a lot of ways to stay safe out there and keep your RV safe and you safe and your pets. So
yeah, got to take care of the pets.
Oh gosh, yeah, I got Miss Abby over here.
I'm working on a thermostat that you can add to your RV and control it from your phone.
Yeah, because you got, especially in the summertime, an RV, I mean, like ours is a 40-foot Class A. That's a 40-foot oven.
Yeah.
Lord, you don't want to be in there with that air conditioning not going in. If it goes out, you want to know about it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. It's time for us to get ready to head next door.
Let's go out there and raid Endless RVing. And everybody hit that thumb on the way out and hit that subscribe button and bell and check out New Vision Security Services and imagine your Odyssey. So let's go over and raid Endless RVing, everyone. Good night.
Have a good night. Yep.